August 21st, National Spumoni Day. If you don't know what Spumoni is, you need to travel a little more. It's also National Senior Citizen Day. August 22nd, National Tooth Fairy Day. Probably spending most of that day up in the mountains collecting teeth and giving out gum. August 23rd, we have National Ride with the Wind Day, whatever the hell that means. No field reporting this week as the news van won't pass smog. Thank you, my co-anchor Mark, for that. Tired of driving to remote places, by the way, too, so I'm lucky to be in the studio all day. Big warehouse in Moreno Valley? Oh, big problems. We're going to look into that, and I'm going to see about this fugitive dust thing. With all the potential one can use to kill your girlfriend, a Colton man picks his car. I'm going to investigate that a little bit. We got Mark here. It seems IE broke some records this week. And we're talking big records. We were hotter than hell. He's got weather coming up for you. Jared Fogle is straight out of Freedom and Cosby is straight out of Quaaludes. We are the news.
That heat wave broke records like the Guinness Book of World Records. Are we going to have the same numbers coming up? Right back at you.
Testing. Well, I'm up at the top floor of our office building where our studio is located. Seems there's a hospice center up here. Well, Friday is National Senior Citizen Day, and I just wanted to give a shout out there. There are openings. So if you wanted to surprise your senior citizen with a trip to a hospice room, go for it. There's about 6 beds open in here now. Back to you in the studio. Only field reporting we're doing today.
Thanks, Drew. As you know, the news is friends with almost every law enforcement officer in the IE, and together we compiled this great list of things to do to not get arrested and or get beat during being detained. Here's a list for you. Number 1, don't break the law. It's pretty much normal for people not to break the law and not get arrested. Number 2, don't do meth or crack. When you're on meth and crack, you're going to get in trouble. Number 3, obey the officer. It's just a pretty simple rule, just to obey the officer and do as they say. Number 4, when questioned by the officer of the law, don't do anything stupid. Number 5, don't drive without a license and with warrants. You're going to go to jail if you do that. Number 6, the officer's gun and or taser is not there for you to grab. And to top them all off, number 7, don't assault an officer while being detained. I hope these 7 tips will help you not getting arrested and or be beat during detainment. Back to you, Drew.
Huge warehouse potentially going up in Moreno Valley, and it could cause big problems for the residents there. The argument is that it'll create new jobs, but the problem is it won't be built for another 15 years. That means another 15 years full of fugitive dust in your lungs. We're going to get, as soon as we're back out field reporting, we're going to get out there and talk about it more.
I'm standing inside this restroom for one person, Jerry Brown. He's got these mandatory mandates coming in, coin-op showers. Everyone in California, you're going to have to pay quarters to take a shower. Why is this? Well, he wanted 25%, we conserved a whopping 27%. Way too much. Water agencies are losing money. How are they going to gain that money back? A quarter every minute you take a shower. So think about that when you take a shower next time. Back to you.
Hey, Jared Fogle, you're going to have some big pants to fill in prison.
What your hood like? Is it rough? Is it tough? Is it tough?
I'm your IE meteorologist, Mark Ransberger. I got the weekend weather for you right now. Let me show you what was going on. Over here on the map, right here we have this high pressure system that came down. It's finally dissipating and shrinking. See how it's dissipating and shrinking like this? It's finally going to push off. We have this onshore flow coming in, everybody. Mother Nature's air conditioning, the onshore flow. Let me show you over here on the map what we got going on with the weather numbers for this weekend. Right here, Friday, it's going to be 92. Take your old people outside. They'll actually enjoy it. They still might need a sweater. Saturday right here, a whopping 94. Last week, 10 degrees hotter. Think about it. The devil already left. Sunday right here, going to be in the low 90s too. Get outside, use the pool, don't play with any water, don't use any water. We don't have some for you to use. And also, remember, Al-Qaeda, they're made from the CIA. Have a good weekend.
Colton man was arrested for using his car as a deadly weapon against his girlfriend, slamming into her and knocking her into a tree. Well, been doing some thinking, and I've figured out a couple tips on if you want to use a deadly weapon against your girlfriend or any kind of significant other, you might want to choose a lighter one. Tip number 1, crowbar, iron, steel, whatever. It's metal. You hit them on the head, it does the job. Number 2, a knife. Maybe messy and a lot of cleanup, but it gets the job done. Number 3, a baseball bat. Number 4, a brick. And the number 1 thing I would not recommend using is probably your own damn car. Thanks.
When news breaks, we break it more. I'd like to thank you for watching the most trusted news network in the Inland Empire. And remember, find us on Facebook, share this video, subscribe to us on YouTube, give us a bad star on Yelp, and remember, the Illuminati's telling us the future. If you don't believe us, go look at the money they print for you. Have a good weekend.
How the hell do you expect me to find the news van keys on this mess? Hey Mark, you need more child labor in here. Wait, no, that would look stupid.
Thanks, Drew. So reporting on something.
Welcome! Today is August.
Jerry Brown's gonna mandate the mandations, because we ended up eating now.
Mandate the mandation. Going up in Moreno Valley over the next 15 years. People are Well, I've walked down two stories.
Dang, that's a lot. Also remember, the Illuminati's telling us the future. If you don't believe me, go look at your printed...